Hey everyone, it's Mr. Fleece here, and today I want to go through an experiment with tempera paint. Let's get in it. Wow! First thing we're going to do is we're going to divide our paper into some little surfaces to work with. We'll do some 3x3. Alright, so with any study, I'm going to go ahead and label what I'm doing here. All right, we got a few brushes here, a large flat, medium flat, a medium to small round, and then a medium flat as well. These two are synthetic brushes, and this is a bristle brush. So that'll give us a little bit of variety in our tempera paint making. So the first thing I think I'm gonna do is just kind of prep some backgrounds. Grab a little water, and I have some paper towels. Let's start first by experimenting with some of the Tempera Cakes. These are Tempera Cakes. This is not liquid tempera. They kind of remind me of a watercolor. So let's just kind of explore and experiment with these Tempera Cakes and see what happens. I'm gonna start with the cool tone. This first is dip my brush in the water, and then I'm gonna rub on top of the little color to hydrate the block and pick up some of the pigment. And there we go. And that kind of paints like a watercolor. I think Tempera Cakes could be really, really useful for creating background tones. That's nice. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get a little orange in there. So yeah, I think these are great for creating some abstract, colorful backgrounds, maybe for some subject matter on top. So I'm gonna take little notes along the side as I work. I've got some white here. I don't really know how the white will react, so let's do one more. Maybe use a little yellow and a little white. I guess it kind of gives the color a little opacity. Now, while that's drying, let's get into a little bit of liquid tempera. And I keep it in a tote, and I have the different tempera colors in a condiment bottle. So let's grab out a little bit of color. Condiment bottles have been an excellent tool for students to load their own palettes. So I think for this, I'm gonna try just a little brush work, maybe build some backgrounds like I've done here. I think I'm gonna try mixing some of the pigments. I'm gonna grab a little orange. You get nice brush strokes with tempera. That's kind of a nice color, almost like a scarlet. And let's do a little cool tone. Let's start with the purple. Notice how I'm using kind of the dirty brush. So right now I'm just kind of prepping some different toned backgrounds so we can experiment on top. That's a nice like plum color. Now I'm gonna try a little dry brush. Go to mark these warm. Let's try doing a little scraping. There's some sgraffito with the plastic fork. That is fun. I also grabbed a plastic knife. All right, so I went ahead and prepped my second paper. In this box, I'm gonna do a charcoal technique, oil pastel resist with Tempera Cakes, crayon resist with Tempera Cakes, stamping with liquid tempera, and then we're gonna do color pencil and oil pastel on top of liquid tempera. So first thing I'm gonna do is grab a little piece of charcoal, and I'm gonna just do a little simple sketch, because I'm kind of curious to see if we couldn't create almost like a stained glass effect. Oh, that's nice. I'm very interested in this. I'm gonna use the medium round synthetic brush. I like that a lot. I love the charcoal with the tempera. I'm telling you, that's a nice quality. I gotta get in my artist's perch. That's what I call this. Knees on the chair. All right, let's do an oil pastel resist. Let's do a little crayon resist. All right, let's see what happens when we take a little bit of this Tempera Cake and brush on top. It kind of muddies a little bit, and I think some of these oil pastels are water soluble, so I suppose that would not give for best results. Let's try doing a yellow wash on top of the sun here. That I like that so far. The resist works well with crayon. Not loving it with the oil pastel. Again, some of those oil pastels are water soluble. That might be why it's getting so muddy, but I do like the way the crayon, look at that nice yellow coming through there. That could be cool. Now let's do a little bit of stamping. So I've got some different stamps in here, just some foam stamps. So for this, I'm gonna use the liquid tempera. I'm just gonna kind of brush this stamp. So I think you could have a lot of success with tempera paint and stamping. Yeah, see, that's nice. I think you could do some really cool background stuff. Then we're gonna do a little color pencil and oil pastel on top. For the color pencil one, I think I'm gonna take this color I already have and just kind of brush it on. All right, and then here for the oil paint, I'm gonna do more of this blue. Cool, I'm gonna let those set and dry a bit. I'm really into landscapes right now, so I'm gonna do something kind of like this. See what, warm color pencils on top of a cool color would look like, and then cool colors on top of a warm color, see kind of what that looks like. I've got some pencils here. I'm using Prisma color pencils. I just picked out a few hues that I thought would go well with a little scene, and then I got a blender because I'm curious to see if I can even blend on top. So it's just gonna be a little bit of an experiment. Not sure how it's gonna turn out. Let's get in it. Oh yeah, I'm already liking it. This is nice. I actually like the way the tempera feels under the color pencil. Now I gotta figure out which one I like more, the charcoal or the color pencil. It's cool, the blender kind of like scrapes. It's more like a scraper. I think sticking with your pastels on here creates a real interesting effect. Yeah, I like that a lot. These are some of my 3 favorite pencils I used in here. I really love the lavender color here and this nice blue and this magenta. Now let's try a little oil pastel action on top of this. I'm gonna lay a little bit of white down first. And then lastly, we have oil pastel on top of liquid tempera background. And that's a nice effect too. I think there's a lot of potential there as well. So far, I really like the techniques practiced today. I'm excited to explore a couple further. The 2 techniques that I liked the best was working with the charcoal and the liquid tempera, and then sketching in Prisma pencil on top of dried tempera. And these are the 2 I'm going to explore further. All right, everyone, thanks for watching that exploration in tempera paint. There's a lot more versatility to tempera paint than I had originally thought. Kind of opened my eyes to some new techniques that I'd like to explore further as an artist, and these are great techniques to implement in a K-12 setting. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.